Hi there, my name is Aleka and welcome to my get together. Today we are going to be working on a deliciously sweet fall treat, something a little bit unique but super easy and fun to make. Caramel apples. Now, I know this is just an apple on a stick, but normal caramel apples are a big old apple on a stick and it's not very easy to eat and it's a lot. So we're gonna make a fun bite-sized version that's just mini-sized 3 ways so that your guest, when entertaining, can enjoy whatever version of caramel apple that they prefer. And adults and kids will love both of them. So let's get started. Okay, so the 3 different ways or versions of our caramel apples are gonna be skewered, balls, so little apple balls skewered and then drizzled with caramel and peanuts. The next way is going to be a wedge skewered. And then the third way is going to be a little ball it's like a perfectly bite-sized caramel apple. Okay, so what we're gonna need to make these mini caramel apples is the first thing, a melon baller. The next is bamboo skewers. These are pretty long. I cut mine about 3/4 of the way down and you have the perfect size skewers. And also these mini skewers, bamboo skewers that are great for so many things when serving appetizers or mini desserts. They're awesome. Next, you're gonna need either a silicone mat or some type of parchment paper to lay your caramel apples on so it doesn't stick. We're also gonna need peanuts because that's such a traditional coating on your caramel apple. These I just pureed in a food processor until nice and coarse, about 1/4 or 1/3 of a cup of peanuts. That's all we really need. If you want to go festive and go holiday fun colors, we can go with all kinds of sprinkles for your caramel apples. And finally, we need our main ingredients, apples and caramel. I'm going to talk about this guy in a second. The type of apples that you use doesn't really matter. I know Granny Smith is very popular for caramel apples because it's tart and crisp, but if you don't like them or you don't have them on hand, regular old Gala or Red Delicious or really any apples would work. This is a big old hunk of caramel. I got this from Amazon because I'm always using caramel in my recipes and I need a lot to test with. You don't need this much, but it was a great deal and it smells delicious. In the stores and online, especially Amazon, they have a lot of soft melting caramels that you can purchase or smaller portions. So purchase them and then you can throw it in the microwave, which is what we're gonna do, and it'll melt perfectly for our caramel apples. Okay, let's get started. So I've already started melon baller, scooping out my apple with my melon baller. I chose to use the bigger side. All you do, it's easier to lay it flat, to cut your apple in half and lay it flat. Just press down and rotate in a 360 and boop, there's your little ball. So after we have our little melon ball, you want to skewer them so that the top of your skewer goes on the peel side. Now when we dip it, we're gonna see the peel and it looks prettier and it tells people that it's an apple. Not that they would think it's anything else, I guess. The next thing after you have your little balls, you can skewer them on one of the longer skewer like I did here. You can put 4 or 5 or really however many you want. And that's that, it's super easy. And then finally, the third way is our wedges. All you want to do is slice your apple into wedges and skewer them. You don't want your wedges to be too thick or too thin. If they're too thick, it's going to be too hard to eat. If they're too thin, you're not going to be able to skewer them. Now let's melt our caramel. You're going to throw about 8 ounces of caramel into the microwave and hit it for about 1 minute, making sure that you're not burning it. And if it's slightly bubbling, it's good. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, once your caramel is fully melted, it should look like this. It dries very fast. Once we heat it, we gotta have everything skewered, ready to dip. So we're gonna do our mini guys first. What you wanna do is you can tilt the bowl, twist them so that you get all the way to the top, but you still want the apple peel to show. And boom. right into the peanuts so that it sticks. If you don't do it right away, it's not gonna stick. And there we go. So I'm going to use my parchment paper and just lay my slices on it. And I'm gonna lay these on. And these you can dip if you want, if your caramel jar is deep enough, but I'm just gonna drizzle because it's easier and it looks pretty. So here we go. There we go. You can drizzle it this way, you can go the other way. Remember, coat it quickly because it is going to dry or cool off fast. Okay, and something also I like to do after I add my little peanuts or my sprinkles is add a little bit of sugar. Almost for almost like a salted caramel apple bite. I mean, who doesn't like salt and sweet together? And then for this last guy, same thing. Drizzle it all over. It's so fun. You can even get your kids to do this if they love making a mess, and my boys absolutely love making a mess. Sprinkle and a little salt. Okay, there we go. Super simple. We have our little caramel bites here. We have our skewers here, and then we have our cute little wedges there. However you want to serve your caramel apples to your guests, I feel like they're gonna love all these variations. I've added links below for the skewers and the caramel and the melon baller, so check them out if you don't have them. The link to the recipe is also below. Make sure to subscribe below and like the video if you love entertaining and fun, yummy finger foods. Happy hosting, everybody.